Today, we search for the greatest age in the NFL by building 14 teams made up of players born in the same year. This means Anthony Richardson is with players born in 2002 and later, Patrick Mahomes with players born in 1995, and Aaron Rodgers, well, he's on the oldest team in the competition. But in order to keep things as fair as possible, I simulated an entire regular season with our 14 competing teams in order to build this playoff bracket. It's no surprise that the 1995 birth year finished the regular season undefeated, given their elite roster. Patrick Mahomes leads their offense, supported by Nick Chubb, Terry McLaurin, and Mark Andrews, while Myles Garrett captains an exceptional defense. On the AFC side, the 1999 birth year also finished the season undefeated. Their roster features Brock Purdy as their play caller, with Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, and Amon-Ra St. Brown as his receivers, making them possibly the best offensive team in the tournament. While their defense isn't as strong, Micah Parsons leads, with solid secondary support. But for now, let's check out our first matchup of this tournament, the 1996 birth year, who have plenty of talent. Joe Burrow leads the way as QB1, just beating out Josh Allen, who was born in 1996 as well. The offense is stacked with stars like Christian McCaffrey, Joe Mixon, and Deebo Samuel. On defense, Fred Warner leads the charge, supported by one of the best secondary across all teams, featuring Marlon Humphrey, Marshawn Lattimore, Tarvarius Ward, Minkah Fitzpatrick, and Derwin James. They'll face off against a team of players born before 1989, led by Aaron Rodgers. Their offense also includes the Kelsey brothers and Trent Williams, while the defense relies on veterans like Demario Davis, Cam Hayward, and Harrison Smith. Although the 1996 team has a clear overall advantage in terms of talent, we'll see if the experience of the 1989 team can level the playing field. Team 1989 scores first with a Taiwan Jones rushing touchdown. Joe Burrow and the 1996 team quickly answered back with a touchdown catch by David Njoku. By the fourth quarter, the 1989 team was down by 8 and Rodgers failed to convert on third down. The 1996 team continued to dominate, winning 37-9. Joe Burrow really outshined Aaron Rodgers, and Christian McCaffrey finished with 2 touchdowns. With the 1996 team advancing, next up is the 1994 team, led by Tyreek Hill and Derrick Henry on offense. The biggest question I have is whether or not Jared Goff can be an all-star QB. Their defense is the real strength, featuring superstars like Jalen Ramsey, TJ Watt, and Chris Jones. They will have to face a 2001 team who have plenty of emerging NFL talent. Despite their limited NFL experience, players like Kyle Hamilton and CJ Stroud showcase the future of the league. It was a defensive battle until the fourth quarter, where the team of players born in 1994 were able to tie the game with a field goal. CJ Stroud and his offense failed to pick up a first down, which led to Team 1994 working their way down the field with some nice runs by Derrick Henry. A couple plays later, Jared Goff hands the ball off to Derrick Henry, but he gets stopped. They end up settling for 3 to take the lead with less than a minute to go in the game. Unfortunately for the players born in 2001, they ran out of time and are now eliminated from the tournament. I was really hoping the 2001 team was going to make a deep run. Next up is the 1997 team. Arguably the best roster with stars like Lamar Jackson, Max Crosby, Jesse Bates, AJ Brown, and Nick Bosa. They faced the 1993 team, the 6th seed in the NFC, led by George Kittle, Stephon Diggs, and QB Dak Prescott. Team 1997 dominated early, with AJ Brown scoring the first touchdown and Saquon Barkley quickly extending that lead to 14 points. Team 1993 got on the board with Dak Prescott scrambling in the end zone. The second half belonged to 1997, scoring a few times thanks to David Montgomery and Noah Fant, leading to a decisive victory. As you can see, Lamar Jackson had an outstanding game, helping his team get that win. Team 1998, ranked 3rd in the AFC, has Tua as their starting quarterback. They also have Jalen Hurts and Justin Herbert, but since Tua has the highest overall, he will be the starter. Their offense also includes Josh Jacobs, Brandon Ayuk, Devonta Smith, and Jalen Waddle. With a strong secondary, their defense really stands out. They faced a 1990 team in the first round, led by Geno Smith at quarterback and a solid offensive line. However, their defense might struggle against Team 1998's lineup with Lavonte David as their key player. To my surprise, it was Team 1990 who scored the first touchdown of the game, with Geno Smith throwing a laser to Randall Cobb. As we jump forward to the fourth quarter, Team 1990 have a 4-point lead. Both teams traded touchdowns in the fourth quarter, with Tua connecting with Jelani Woods and Geno Smith firing a pass to Adam Thielen in the end zone. I definitely didn't think this game would go like this. No timeouts left. Tua steps back and throws a dot to Devonta Smith, who scores a touchdown. Team 1990 played so well, but it wasn't enough to upset Team 1998, and they are now eliminated from this tournament. Next up, Team 2002 and 2003, led by Anthony Richardson at quarterback. The offense is led by some promising young talent, while Christian Gonzalez stands out on defense. Unfortunately, they are only rated a 77 overall. Their opponent is Team 1991, captained by Aaron Donald. Despite Derek Carr at QB and average receivers, Their defense has players like Slay, Mack, and Jordan Poyer, while Team 1991 has the overall advantage. Team 2002 and 2003 relies heavily on their youth and speed. Both teams struggled offensively in the first half, with Team 1991 leading 11-8. In the fourth quarter, Anthony Richardson's fumble led to a quick score by Team 1991. They ended up holding on to the win, defeating the younger team in a bit of an upset in my opinion. The last game of the first round sees Team 2000, who has an elite team with Sauce Gardner and Patrick Surtain being the highest rated players. Unfortunately, the best QB born in 2000 is Jayden Daniels, who hasn't proven himself in the NFL just yet, but at least he has some very good receivers in Ja'Marr Chase, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, and even Kyle Pitts. It's the defense where this team really shines, with superstars all over the place. They go up against Team 1992 that features players like Davante Adams and DeMarcus Lawrence. Unfortunately, at quarterback, they have to rely on Jacoby Brissett or Carson Wentz. Even though these players are getting up there in age, both the offense and defense has some really good players. After a slow first quarter, Jacoby Brissett connects with Davante Adams for the first touchdown of the game. And as we jump forward to the fourth, Team 1992 has the lead, but Jayden Daniels stays calm in the pocket and throws a perfect pass to Ja'Marr Chase to take the lead. After Brissett led his team down the field, they were able to kick a field goal to send this game to overtime. While both teams traded touchdowns in overtime, Jayden Daniels ended up throwing an interception, which led to Team 1992 attempting a field goal to win the game. The kick is up, and it's good! I can't believe Team 2000 are eliminated. I was secretly hoping they were going to make a deep run. The divisional round is now set, and the first match sees Team 1999 going up against Team 1992. Team 1999 has one of the strongest offenses in this tournament, supported by elite superstars on defense. This game turned out to be a very close match, as Team 1999 have a 3-point lead at halftime. And in the second half, Brock Purdy got his team down the field before connecting with CeeDee Lamb to extend their lead to 10. Team 1999 kicked another field goal in the fourth quarter, and Micah Parsons came up big, sacking Jacoby Brissett on third down, and then he ended up throwing an interception on the very next play. Team 1999 went on to take down Team 1992 by a score of 28-14, moving on to the AFC Championship game. Brock Purdy played very well, throwing 2 touchdowns, while Jacoby Brissett really struggled against their defense. In the second AFC divisional game, Team 1994 faced off against Team 1998, with Team 1994 holding the overall advantage. And they came out strong as Jared Goff quickly finds Evan Ingram for a 19-yard touchdown. Just before halftime, Tua led his team down the field with some nice passing before handing it off to Josh Jacobs for a touchdown. As we fast forward to the fourth quarter, Team 1994 worked their way back and now have an 11-point lead. And they went on to defeat Team 1998 by a score of 31-16. Moving on to the NFC side of the bracket, top-seeded Team 1995 faced off against 5th-seeded Team 1991. Led by Patrick Mahomes and Myles Garrett, Team 1995 have the clear advantage in this game. The first half went back and forth, with Team 1995 having the lead. Early in the second half, Mahomes was able to extend the lead by handing it off to Gus Edwards for the touchdown. Unfortunately for fans of the 1991 birth year, they really couldn't get into the end zone, having to settle for yet another 3 points. Mahomes quickly makes them pay by keeping it for himself and scoring yet another touchdown. And that was pretty much it, as Team 1995 cruised past the NFC divisional round, with Mahomes showing why he's the best quarterback in the NFL. In the final divisional round game, the second-seeded Team 1996 faced off against the third-seeded Team 1997. Despite only being a year apart, both teams have incredible rosters. Offense was slow until the second quarter, when Lamar Jackson scored the first touchdown for Team 1997. The first half ended with both teams trading field goals, leaving Team 1997 with a 4-point lead. Joe Burrow briefly took the lead with a touchdown pass to Christian Kirk, but Lamar Jackson responded with another rushing touchdown. Joe Burrow could take the lead once again as he finds David Njoku for a 10-yard pickup, and on the very next play, Burrow hikes the ball, hands it off, he takes a sack, ends up fumbling, and it gets recovered by the 1997 team. Lamar Jackson then throws an absolute beam to DJ Moore to take a 2-possession lead with very little time left. Even though Team 1996 scored, it was not enough, and Team 1997 are moving on to the next round. And just like that, we are down to the final 4 birth years. In the AFC Conference Finals, it's a showdown between Team 1999 and Team 1994. And this game started out fast as Jared Goff throws a perfect pass to Tyreek Hill, who probably would have had a touchdown if he did step out of bounds. But a sack on third down stalls their drive. Brock Purdy leads Team 1999 with composure, resulting in a field goal for an early lead. Strong defensive play continued, but late in the third quarter, Purdy's pass to CeeDee Lamb set up a touchdown run by Travis Etienne, extending Team 1999's lead. On Team 1994's next possession, Jared Goff ends up throwing an interception to Dalen Johnson, which proved to be costly as Brock Purdy throws a touchdown pass to Trey McBride. And that was good enough for the win, eliminating Team 1994. In the NFC Conference Finals, the showdown between Team 1995 and Team 1997. Despite Team 1995's undefeated record, Team 1997 has a much higher overall rating in Madden. The game kicks off with Team 1997 scoring a field goal on their opening drive, countered by Patrick Mahomes leading Team 1995 down the field and throwing a touchdown pass to Terry McLaurin. And this game continued to provide excitement as Saquon Barkley quickly answers back with a 2-yard touchdown run. In the fourth quarter, Team 1995 takes the lead with a long field goal. After taking the lead, they got the ball right back, and Mahomes was able to move his team down the field, taking lots of clock with them. One more first down will win the game, and Mahomes throws a beam to Terry McLaurin, who picks up the first. Team 1995 were able to kneel the game out and are now moving on to the Super Bowl. The stage is set for the Super Bowl matchup between Team 1999 and Team 1995. Both top seeds aiming to maintain their undefeated record. So many elite superstars on both teams, and I'm not really sure who's gonna win this one. The first snap of the game saw Nick Chubb picking up 11 yards. Mahomes and that offense continue marching down the field, and on third down, Mahomes has plenty of time thanks to his offensive line, and he throws a great pass to Mark Andrews, breaks a tackle, and gets into the end zone for a touchdown. But Brock Purdy also showed why he's quickly become one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL with this nice pass over the middle to Amon-Ra St. Brown. He then followed that up with another great pass to St. Brown before finding DeAndre Swift in the end zone, but it's ruled a no touchdown. Team 1999 challenged the play, and it's called a touchdown. After Mahomes got his second passing touchdown, Team 1999 ends up fumbling in the red zone, and Mahomes can make them pay once again. And he hikes the ball, throwing a quick slant to Courtland Sutton, who scores a touchdown, taking a 2-possession lead. Luckily, Brock Purdy keeps Team 1999 in the game with his 45-yard passing touchdown. But just before halftime, Mahomes continues to show why he's the best in the NFL by finding his tight end, who fights his way into the end zone. After skipping ahead to the fourth quarter, Team 1995 has a 10-point lead, and it doesn't look like they're slowing down as Mahomes throws another great pass to Terry McLaurin. In the red zone, Mahomes goes right back to Terry McLaurin to extend the lead back to 17. Brock Purdy is faced with a third down. He steps back, and he launches it downfield, but it gets intercepted by Tre'Davious White. Team 1995 scores once again, and even though Team 1999 were able to get into the end zone thanks to Justin Jefferson, it was not enough, and Team 1995 are crowned Super Bowl champions and the best age in the NFL. If you enjoyed this video, you should definitely check out where I built the greatest Super Bowl champions team of all time. It's right over here. Check it out.